Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find out what keywords your competitors are using and what keywords their books are ranking for. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Caroline and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please take a moment to subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you that does. And don't forget to click the bell notification so that you do get a notification whenever I upload a new video just like this. I am pretty excited to make this video, to be honest, because I have had quite a few of you ask for a video on keyword research using the Helium 10 software. So that's what I'm going to do today. I am going to go over the Helium 10 software and how you can use it to do your keyword research and how you can apply it to your KDP low content self-publishing business. If you are also as excited as I am to find out what information we can get from this tool, then give me a thumbs up on this video. Helium 10 was created for and is primarily used by FBA sellers or anyone that sells physical products on Amazon, really. The majority of sellers on Amazon are FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And that really just means that you sell a physical product on Amazon, but Amazon itself will store your inventory for you. And when you make a sale, they will ship the product to your customer for you. It is a very hands-off business, and KDP is slightly different in the sense that you don't actually have a physical product when you create a listing for a book. Amazon doesn't actually print your book until you make the sale, so they aren't actually printing a bunch of your books and then just storing them in the warehouse waiting for a customer to buy them. But at the end of the day, you're selling a product, right? Doesn't matter if you're selling a blender or a piece of jewelry or a car part or a book or whatever it is, you're selling a product. So the Helium 10 software will be just as useful for us KDP sellers as it is for FBA sellers. Now, first of all, if you haven't got or used Helium 10 already, there are two versions. There is a free version and a paid version.
You can do some limited searching. You can do 2 searches per day and get some limited information from the free version. If you do want to be able to do more searches per day and get more results and more information, then you can sign up for the paid version of Helium 10. I do have a coupon code which will get you 50% off your first month. So even if you just want a month to try out the software and see if you like it, then at least you get a good discount for that first month. And if it's not for you, you aren't locked into any ongoing subscription. I will pop a link to Helium 10 and the coupon code in the description below. And in full transparency, these are affiliate links. So I do get a little bit of pocket money if you do choose to use my link and the coupon code. And I would also be forever grateful if you did choose to do that. Now, the first thing that you will want to do is install the Helium 10 Chrome plugin if you haven't already. This is free, and once you've installed it, you'll start seeing more information about products on the search results page. So when you do a search on Amazon, the Helium 10 Chrome plugin just pulls a little bit of information out of the listing and pops it here. So you don't have to go into every single listing to look at the BSR and to look at what categories that the book is ranking in. If you do go into a listing, there is also a little bit more information that pops up here under the description. And this is the Helium 10 Chrome plugin working here as well. And it just gives things like some historical information. So if you're interested in looking at the pricing of a book or the BSR of a book and how it has changed over the lifetime of this listing, it will show you things like that. That is all really great information to have, but you still have to scroll down through all the search results to see the info about each listing. But there is this neat little tool called XRay. So if we're on the search results page here, we have searched for unicorn coloring book. Now up here on your extensions toolbar, if you click the Helium 10 logo, it gives XRay here, and you just click on that. And what this does is it summarizes all that information about every listing showing up on that first page of search results. Now, if you do want to see the second or third page of search results, you can just click load more down here. But looking at the first page is all I'm interested in. And what information you get here is the book, basically, that's listed, the ASIN. So every product on Amazon is assigned a unique code. If you hover over that, it'll give you a thumbnail of the book so you know which one you're looking at. We've got the price of the book, how many sales it makes approximately every month, and the revenue. So that is basically the sales times the price, and the revenue has not taken into account things like KDP fees or advertising fees or anything like that. So that is the sales revenue. And we have the BSR and a bunch of other information that you might be interested in. There is this information at the top, which is the totals of all the listings on the first page of results. So it's saying that on a monthly basis, the term unicorn coloring book gets searched for 7,751 times, and all these books together are generating around $250,000 in revenue per month. Keep in mind, it doesn't include the results from sponsored listings. So these figures here are all from the organic sales, and SP down here in the results are sponsored product listings. So these are the books that are running ads. Quite often I get asked how to know if a book is running sponsored ads or not, and so this is a really good way to see that. So basically from here you can choose an ASIN or a book to look at more in depth, or you can choose multiple ASINs if you want to compare multiple books at once. So say you have created or you want to create a book just like one of the top sellers in your niche, and you want to know what keywords they are ranking for, because if you can target the same keywords, then you have more of a chance to make sales on your book. So what we do is we choose a book or multiple books, and we basically steal their keywords and their keyword strategy. Then we look at it in a tool called Cerebro, which I'll go through in just a minute. The idea here is that you really only want to look at your competitors that are absolutely crushing it in your niche. Why is that? Because you want to model your own keyword strategy after someone who is already being successful with their keyword strategy. There is no point in going down and looking at someone's keywords who aren't even making any sales, because all that will do is make you not make any sales too. So don't be afraid to analyze those books that are making tens of thousands of dollars every month. So what Cerebro does is it identifies the most effective keywords to use in your listing or in your ads if you are running manual keyword ads. And why is a tool like this important? Well, it's important because just because you have a keyword doesn't mean it's a good keyword. What if no one is actually searching for that keyword? Or what if there is way too many competitors? What if no one is actually buying anything from that keyword? So these are all things you need to know. Otherwise, you are pretty much just driving blind and hoping for the best. And all that's going to do is waste a lot of time and a lot of money. You need to make sure the keywords you are using are actually relevant to your listing, because one, if you're using keywords that aren't relevant to your listing, no one will buy your book anyway. And two, if no one is buying your book, Amazon will eventually stop showing your book in the search results, because clearly no one wants your book based on past customer behavior. And so basically finding relevant keywords means keywords that your listing is making sales from when a customer has searched for that keyword. Amazon prioritizes books or product listings according to sales velocity, and that is how quick and how many sales are being made for a product. According to Amazon, 70% of shoppers never click past the first page. Can you believe that? 70%. That's just a massive amount of people not going past the first page of results. Using relevant keywords is a huge part of that equation, and this is why you need to optimize your listing and your ads if you're doing them with the right keywords to give you the best chance of getting your book where you need it to be.
Is this all making sense so far? If it is, give me a thumbs up just to let me know that I am explaining things clearly. So enough of all the technical talk. Let's get into searching for some keywords and some listings and seeing the Helium 10 software in action.
I want to go over 3 different ways that you can use these tools to build your keyword strategy to compete with the top selling books in your niche. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you have the option of searching for just one ASIN if you want to deep dive into a single competitor's keyword strategy, or you can search for multiple ASINs to compare multiple products at once. So first of all, let's have a quick look at comparing multiple books. We could, for example, look at the top 10 ASINs or the top 10 books according to sales volume to look at what keywords those top 10 books are ranking for. So first of all, we search by sales. So now we have the top 10 books according to sales in the last 30 days. We take those 10 books and we run the keyword search. So this will automatically open your window in Cerebro and automatically pre-populate with all those ASINs, and we'll start searching for the keywords. So because we are searching for quite a few ASINs, the results are going to be quite high because it's going to show us combined results for all of those ASINs and how many keywords they rank for and what keywords they rank for. So we can see there that all those ASINs together rank for over 57,200 keywords. That is an absolutely massive amount of keywords, a lot to go through. If we were going to sit here and go through every single keyword and have a look. But let's say you want to find those keywords that have only a small amount of competitors ranking for them. There are always those like random keywords that only a couple of sellers come across and know about and no one else knows about them. And so this is a way that you can find them. So let's say you want to find keywords that are searched for at least 500 times per month, because we want keywords that people are actually searching for, right? And out of those keywords, you only want the ones that have 2 books or less ranking in the top 10 search results. So we pop down here to the advanced rank filter. We're looking for only 1 or 2 books in the top 10 results, and we'll apply that and we will see what comes up, and we'll see if we can narrow down those keywords a little bit to ones that have hardly any competitors. So we've narrowed it down to 264 keywords from that 50-odd thousand that was showing up before, and the keywords that we have here have low amount of competitors, so it's only showing maximum of 2 people competing for these particular keywords, which means in theory it should be a lot easier for your book to rank for these keywords because you don't have hundreds or thousands of people ranking for it, unlike the keyword coloring book or coloring book for women or even unicorn coloring book would have a lot of competitors. If you are trying to rank for a top level keyword such as coloring book, that would just take so much time, so much money in ads or off Amazon promotion to be able to rank on the first page or in the top few results of the first page. So looking for these really unique, possibly obscure type of keywords that have hardly any competitors ranking for them but are getting a good amount of search results per month would be a really good strategy. Now, I really want to go into depth of the top seller in a niche and what keywords they are ranking for both organically and in sponsored listings. So if we head back to our X-ray results and we just choose the top book according to how many sales it's had in the last month, and we run that keyword search in Cerebro. And so once we have searched for an ASIN in Cerebro, we are essentially searching a competitor to see what their listing is ranked for in terms of what keywords. So you'll see a total keywords found that are associated with this book. So this book is currently attached to over 28,600 keywords. You'll see it broken down here into sponsored keywords. So that's keywords that this book is using or has used in ads. Amazon recommended are keywords that Amazon itself recommends using in your listing and in your ads. And organic keywords are obviously keywords that this book is ranking for organically. Now, there's a few things that you can do with this information. Firstly, we can just basically look through the keywords and see what is coming up initially. So there's a lot of keywords to look through. You get given quite a lot of information here. So we get the keyword phrase, the search volume. So this is how much it's been searched approximately in the last month. This is how many competing products. And this tells us whether that book is ranking for that keyword organically or through a sponsored listing. Now, one thing to note is if you do see anything with a brand name, an author name, a trademark or something like that, you cannot use it in your listing. If you are running ads, it's a different story. You are able to use brand names and author names and things like that in your ads. So you can look at these kind of keywords if you're going to be using them in your ads. Now, something that is really interesting, and if you already know about this, then you are ahead of the game, but it is becoming increasingly popular for search results to be in different languages, in particular in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so let's translate this and see what it means. It means coloring books for girls in Spanish. Who knew? Obviously people who speak Spanish knew, but I did not know that that's what that said in Spanish. And this is something really interesting and could be a really good part of your keyword strategy to just push you ahead of the rest of listings of books in your niche. Look at using keywords in different languages, starting with Spanish. I do believe some other languages are starting to become popular too, but starting with Spanish could help push your book to get more sales than you would have if you just did all your keywords in English. So if we click on this, it will bring up a search page on Amazon with that keyword in Spanish. 456 results for that keyword, which is coloring book for girls, which in English would have a huge amount of results. And if we look through, it isn't all Spanish books. These are all books, well, not all, but a lot of them are English books. A lot of them are top selling books. If you have any experience whatsoever with low content books, you would have seen this or this brand of books. This girl is absolutely killing it in her niche. So a book that is ranking 19 out of the whole bookstore on Amazon is targeting Spanish keywords. Same with this Animals for Toddler coloring book. A rank of 1,725 in books, it's targeting Spanish keywords. The book that we are looking at in Cerebro, 140 BSRM books, is targeting Spanish keywords. So I think that is a really good little secret that isn't very well known yet, and that could give you some advantage in your keyword strategy. Now, one thing I think is great as well is that you can see what the top organic keywords are for a book. Say you want to know which keywords this book is ranking for on the first page of results organically, meaning keywords that they haven't paid to rank for in ads. And let's say you want at least 500 searches per month in the top 40, because that's the first page of search results on Amazon. If we apply that filter, we have 601 keywords that this book is ranking for organically. So you may be concerned that a book is only ranking for certain keywords or for all their keywords because they run ads, and you don't have a budget or a big enough budget to compete with a book that is in, the top 200 of all books on Amazon. So this is a good way to see what keywords they are actually ranking for organically. So if you are at a point where you're not spending money on ads or you don't have the budget to spend on ads, you can see what your competition is ranking for organically. You can have a look and see what the search volume is like, what the competing products are like. Is it a keyword that you want to try and rank for as well? Also, there's this column here, the Cerebro IQ score. Cerebro gives every keyword a score according to the search volume and the competing products. The higher the score, the better. So the higher the score means higher search volume, less competitors. So this particular keyword here has a high IQ score, unicorn coloring book for kids age 4 to 8. It has over 2,400 searches per month and less than 1,000 competing products. So that's how you can use this information to decide whether a keyword is right for you. You can also see which keywords Amazon recommends. These are keywords that Amazon thinks are the best or the better keywords to use in your listing and your ads out of all the keywords in this list. So we can search for the top 20 keywords that Amazon recommends. And why would you want to know this? Well, I think Amazon knows better than anyone which are the best keywords to use, right? They don't give out much information at all on their algorithm or how books rank. So if they are offering up any information at all, I think it's good to pay attention. So this search or this filter brings up 10 keywords that this particular book ranks for that Amazon agrees are good keywords to use in your listing and in your ads. Now, let's do a different search, something other than coloring books. Let's take a look at gratitude journals. So we basically do the same thing here. Let's take a look at the first page of search results in X-Ray. And for this one, I'm just going to look at the top book in gratitude journals. So again, let's just sort by the sales. The top book under gratitude journals, making nearly $200,000 per month. Obviously, that's not what the person who made this book gets because fees need to be taken out and things like that, but it is still a huge amount of money. Now, also just to note, this is not a KDP book. It is published elsewhere, but I don't think that even matters because at the end of the day, this is your competition. If you want to rank on the first page, if you want to rank in the first 1 or 3 results on Amazon, this is who you're competing with. It doesn't matter who's printing the book, who's shipping the book, who's publishing it. That's what you're competing with. And so all books, regardless of who publishes them, have a listing and have access to the same keyword fields in their listing. And so we can look at how this book has set up its keywords, regardless of the fact it's not a KDP book. So let's select that one and we will run the search in Cerebro. And this book is ranking for a total of 8,354 keywords, 0 are sponsored, majority of them are organic and some are Amazon recommended. The reason I like this book, and this is just a little side note that has nothing to do with keywords, but whenever I do a video about a particular niche, a particular brand, or a particular book and how much money they're making and the potential that you have to make a book similar to this and make similar kinds of money, I always get people commenting saying, this is impossible, that person is spending thousands of dollars per month on ads. We will never get our book ranked like that because we don't have the money to spend on ads and stuff like that. This book does not run ads, which you can clearly see here. It doesn't run ads because it has a swear word in the title, and Amazon doesn't allow ads with swearing in them. I know this because I created a book a few weeks ago which has the letters AF in the title. So common thing to say these days is something like, oh, I am tired AF, meaning I'm tired as FUCK. And so the book got uploaded to Amazon fine, and then I decided to run some ads on it, and my ads got suspended due to profanity in the title. Where there is no profanity, it's not even like this, where this, you can clearly see it's a swear word even though they're missing one letter. But my title was literally the letters AF. But because it's a phrase that's used these days implying that it's a swear word, I cannot advertise that book. So this book has got itself to the point of $200,000 a month in sales without advertising on Amazon. And I just wanted to point that out for all those people who comment that you cannot be successful without running ads. There is a prime example that it can be done. That aside, let's just have a look at the keywords here and what's showing up here. So there's still a lot of keywords to look through, over 8,000. But just quickly looking at this IQ score and seeing if there's anything that just sort of jumps out as having a high search volume but low competition. And I can see this one here, Anger Management Workbook for Women. It's got a huge IQ score. It's got over 1,500 searches per month and less than 323 competing products. A Positivity Journal, 1,805 searches per month and less than 1,000 products. So although your book might be targeting gratitude journal, these are all other keywords which relate to a gratitude journal that could be used as part of your keyword strategy. And just as something else to note, although this is a keyword research tool and I'm doing a video about keyword research, these keyword phrases are just popping up in my mind to jot down and research as niches to possibly create a book in. Anger Management Workbook for Women. Is that a low content book that I could create or you could create that has a lot of search results or a lot of search volume but hardly any products competing? And same with a Positivity Journal. Gratitude journals, that niche is so competitive and popular. What about creating a positivity journal? So I'm actually getting niche ideas here as well while doing keyword research. So there is just so much information that you can take from this tool and so much you can get out of it. And there are lots of other different kinds of searches you can do with all these filters in Cerebro, but literally this video would never end if I tried to go through all of them. I think the ones I have just gone over are some of the most useful for us KDP book publishers. Another tool that I love for keyword research is called Magnet. What I like using Magnet for is just getting massive lists of keywords that I can potentially use in my listings and my ads, and also to maybe give extra little niche ideas that you could possibly be creating more books in. So what happens here is similar to when you're on Amazon and you enter a search term into the search bar and it provides you with searches that have already been made by customers. So Magnet does something similar, but with way more keyword options. Here's how it works. We enter our keyword. So for example, gratitude journal. Actually, I've only typed in gratitude so far. It also has this autocomplete or pre-filled drop-down menu. It's connected to the keyword and which one is searched for more often. So let's search for gratitude journal and get the keywords. And so what it does is it brings up keywords related to gratitude journal. But there's a lot of them and they're all over the place, and a lot of them probably have nothing to do with a gratitude journal. Like my messages on Amazon Center, what's that got to do with a gratitude journal? So what you can do here is take a look at this little part here called Smart Complete. So it's saying there are 413 Smart Complete keywords. So what we do is we select Smart Complete down here and apply that filter. And what we have now is a list of keywords using our main keyword. So they're highly relevant, highly targeted to gratitude journal because that's the niche we're searching for. But it gives us over 400 different combinations that this keyword has been used for. Gratitude journal Buddhist, gratitude journal for women, gratitude daily journal, journal of gratitude, and for each of them it's showing the search volume, the competing products. It also has an IQ score similar to the Cerebro IQ score, so you can see which keywords have the high search volume but low competing products. You can even sort high to low. Now again, things with author names or brand names or trademarked phrases can't be used in your listing, but are all good to go in your ads if you are doing a manual keyword ad. So that's pretty cool, right? So now that you have this huge list of keywords, and after you've done your research with Cerebro and with Magnet, you are able to export the list of keywords that you have come up with. So you can add keywords to a list within Helium 10, or you can, as easy as clicking export and exporting as a CSV or an Excel spreadsheet, you can just download the list of keywords, and from there you can just copy and paste into your manual ads ad if that's what you're doing, or you can just take your list and pick out the ones that you are going to be using in your listing if that's what you are going to be using the keywords for.
So I know this has ended up being quite a long video. I do hope that you have stuck around to the end, and if you have stuck around this far, thank you so much. I really feel like the information I provided in this video was needed, and I didn't want to cut any of it out for the sake of shortening the video, because I feel like you would have went away asking questions still, not fully understanding how the Helium 10 software can help KDP sellers. It is really such an important part of creating success with your KDP business. On the outside, it seems like this business is all fun, all about designing books and creating books and using graphic design programs and things like that. But that is actually the smallest part. And you'll find that you spend most of your time, or you should be spending most of your time, doing keyword research, optimizing your listing, and doing marketing. And it's also why you'll see books that aren't really even that well made selling lots of books, because they've probably just mastered the art of keyword research and marketing. So I really do hope that this has helped you in some way. And if it has, and if you do want to see me make more videos like this, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any more videos that I make like this, don't forget to subscribe.